In a very simple terminology, your thinking is a very many practitioners and practitioners and uh, many psychologists, many philosophers tell thinking is a very you don't have to think. That's what they tell, because thinking creates chaos in the whole system. Uh, what I say is a little different to what they say, but the underlying effect is almost same. Thinking is a very beautiful mechanism, uh, but we have to understand in detail. Imagine there is one compartment, and that compartment is a thinking compartment. And what thinking compartment does, a very close to thinking compartment where thinking happens in a very subtle way, where thinking happens, the feeling also happens. Means wherever our thoughts are being cooked, in other compartment, very close compartment, thoughts are also being feelings are also being cooked, right? So the thing is, but here's the thing: the thoughts, that in that compartment, there's a little leakage, because it enjoys a little, it goes from one, it bombards from the ground state, that we can talk later on in other part. So it is not in ground state. It is bombarded every time. The thoughts are bombarded, right? So when it bombards from one part of one wall of compartment to other wall of compartment, it breaks the wall and slips towards the feeling compartment, right? And that is the thing here. When it slips to the feeling compartment, where feelings are being cooked, it influences the feeling. Imagine about a litmus paper changing its color, right? If you have I give this example quite often. If you have a boiling milk, and if you squeeze a little drops of lemon on top of the milk, then it is ruined, right? It is ruined. The paneer, the milk is ruined. The water is separated from the milk part, right? From that little part. So the same way, the same way, when there is a leakage, then our feelings are affected. Now there is a thing. What we have to do intelligently is that thinking compartment is, we should not we should build in, and this is a very abstract thing. It takes a high performance. These are some next level things. So we need to, what should we do is, we need to work on those walls, right? The thickness of these walls. So if you work on little, if you work on constructions and repairing and maintenance of these walls, the walls of thinking compartment, then then there is no problem. You're feeling, the compartment of feeling, that is never disturbed, that is not tossed by that thoughts compartment. So what people say is, you just don't react. So that reacting is a leakage of thoughts from that thinking compartment to the feeling compartment. So people say, be aware of thoughts. Yes, be aware of thoughts. So it already, it is aware now. It is already aware. What is to be aware? Be aware is just to watch that thoughts, right? It is already watched, like a dreamer and the dreamt. It is already there now. When the walls are strong enough, when it is very tight and strong, and it cannot, when that the bombardment of thoughts uh, cannot punch and make hole uh, of the wall, then it is there. It does not disturb the compartment of feelings. So it is always the state of uh, the state of happiness, in a way, the state of bliss, right? Remember one thing: if there is no happiness, does not mean there is sadness. There is something called neutrality. I will talk that later on. The neutrality also can be talked. So that is the thing there. So when so whatever you think, it becomes humorous to you, because the feeling is not touched. So it does not happen. Nothing happens. Does not mean you are brutal. No, you maintain that the equilibrity, the equilibrity is always there. The eternal is always there. The consistency is always there. The patience is always there, and it's there. The only thing is, it does not come to your feelings. So when it does not hit your feelings, you don't cry, you don't laugh, you don't dance, you don't do these things. Laughing and crying is good. I'm not saying it's not good, but unexpected, unanticipated laugh and cry because of the thoughts, right? Our mind is subconscious part of the mind is there is does not recognize true or false things, because true or false keeps on changing. It's a social construct. It's its power, discursivity, right? Things. Okay, today I was gonna make things clear that thinking is a very creative thing of human mind. It thinks, and thinking is always a humor. It's a play, but your container should be very strong. How can we make container strong? One of the thing is, it is very simple. Just imagine there is a container, and imagine that container is thick and very strong. Okay, thick, and imagine that the container is thick and strong, very strong. There is a concrete to it, or there is a gold to it, and nothing can go inside. Remember, the what is the significance of a singing bowl? You see, the thoughts are inside, and there is the bliss. Okay, it does not matter. That's why you smile your life. It does not when it does not touch your feeling. That's all you want. Thank you very much. Thank you. You all have a good one.